Hey, y'all, Joffrey the Giant. Outrage has been building in a Virginia school district over a question in an AP government class that was loaded with bias. And this video is not really about that. Okay, so what this video is actually about is the natural end, the natural result of identity politics. It's inevitable. Now, I'm not going to get on my usual high horse of why are your kids even in government schools. The family is responsible for education. And if you outsource any of it, which one would do, whether it's for archery or for math, one might very well outsource some of it. I'm not saying you all have to homeschool, but Christians be in charge and responsible for education, and the government is not going to educate kids the way you want them to be. Because again, education is raising humans. That's what education is. It's not actually learning a certain level of math or science or literature. It's not acquiring job skills. Anywho, this question comes out on an AP exam, which has been not only widely decried, but widely repudiated. The College Board, the national organization creating and overseeing advanced placement programs, denounced the questions, denounced as Fox News' wording. The quote was merely, "We did not and would not create a question like that for AP students. Neither the content nor the format of this question is appropriate for an AP exam." Well, what was the content and the format? The question is, which of the following is an accurate comparison of liberals versus conservatives? And it appears to be a question of political philosophy. And in fact, one of the outraged parents in this Fox News article, his reply is, well, this sort of question and answer should never be when we're talking about political philosophy. Except that political philosophy doesn't exist anymore. Because when the question is, which of the following is an accurate comparison of liberals versus conservatives, then what you're being asked to compare is identity politics, social, economic, and racial identity. Well, first of all, the only gender word used here was male. One assumes the lesbian was a female, but you never know these days. This is the natural end of identity politics. This is the same thing that you used to see in the 80s and 90s. Black people vote Democrat. That's not a description. That is a political dogma. You know, when Biden suggested that people who didn't vote for him, blacks who didn't vote for him, weren't black, he was just repeating a decades-old dogma. It's all about identity. You're not really black if you don't vote Democrat. That's all this is. So, if you're a young white male, you are irrevocably a certain political profile. And it's a profile. It's a static thing. It's not a philosophy. It can't be. If you are a Catholic Midwestern middle-aged male, you are locked in to whatever that is. And the beautiful thing about this way of thinking is that it absolutely solidifies and really compromises, both in the old-fashioned sense and the new sense. It forces a commitment, and it corrupts. Your base, the people who are supposed to be supporting you, you're basically teaching that if you were born a certain way, choose a certain lifestyle, live in a certain city, have a certain job, then you must vote a certain way. And for half of you or more, that's going to be my way. We'll just keep incrementally growing it. I mean, at this point, I believe even white women are allowed to be women. So every single woman And every single black person, every single Hispanic person, every single college student. I mean, this is going to get huge. All of you locked in to your identity. And thinking and philosophy is gone. Peace of Christ be upon you.
What day is it today? Remind me.
It's Sunday, Mr. Pinch.
Sunday. And what do we do on a Sunday morning, wherever we happen to be? We go to church, you bloody heathen!